Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining today. My name is David Breeden, and this will be our Benchmark Security Program Roadmap presentation. Let's begin with a high-level overview of the current cybersecurity landscape. We've seen a notable uptake in phishing and social engineering attacks. One of the key threat actors here is Scattered Spider, known for using SIM swapping and phishing to gain access to networks, followed by stealthy ransomware deployments. Industries across the board are being impacted with these attacks, from healthcare to finance. Moving on, we have Taiwan's semiconductor industry, which is under siege with state-backed espionage campaigns, using advanced tools like Cobalt Strike and custom malware to infiltrate chip design and testing environments. Then we have, on the government side, we're seeing increasing breaches, Russian-linked fancy bears ramping up attacks against military and government targets globally. Most alarming, though, is Assault Typhoon breach, where a Chinese state-backed group accessed a U.S. National Guard network undetected for almost a year. These incidents underscore serious vulnerabilities in even our most protected systems. Finally, on the malware front, a new loader called MDiffy Loader is leveraging Avanti 0 days to launch memory-based Cobalt Strike attacks. Meanwhile, with 30% of cybersecurity professionals now adapting AI tools, according to ISC2 survey, we're seeing a shift in both defense and possibly offense evolving with the usage of AI. Next, we're going to look at IT literacy needs for helping with setting up IT programs as they go along. To respond to these threats, IT literacy is more crucial than ever. First, we need to establish a foundational understanding of how computers work and how businesses use data. Employees must be competent in navigating systems and understanding digital workflows. Second, there's a need for technical skills. This includes programming knowledge in languages like Python and Java, and a solid grasp of networks, hardware, and software fundamentals. Third, design and user-centered skills are essential. Security is only effective if it's usable. Strong UX design and analytical thinking and problem-solving abilities help us create tools and protocols that users actually follow. So what's the plan? In the short term, 0 to 6 months, we need to conduct a full security risk assessment, implement baseline policies such as password and access controls, and launch security awareness training across departments. Then our midterm goals, 6 to 12 months. We'll deploy endpoint protection, enable centralized logging with tools like Splunk and Microsoft Sentinel, and roll out multi-factor authentication and begin quarterly vulnerability scans. Finally, long-term, 12 to 24 months. Goals include aligning with NIST, CSF, and PCI DSS compliance, implementing a zero-trust architecture, and launching a red team, blue team testing program to challenge and validate our resilience. IT systems require continuous care. Preventative maintenance includes using surge protectors, securing hardware locations, and performing regular backups. Then we also have hardware maintenance, involves checking for failing components and ensuring anything is labeled and organized. And lastly, performance optimization. We need to reduce storage overload, stop unnecessary background processes, and routinely clean out browser data and history files. Our approach should follow well-established frameworks. The NIST CSF for Structured Lifecycle-Based Defense Model, CIS controls version 8 for targeted actionable security measures, and ISO 27001 for governance and audit readiness. Best practices include least privilege access, network segmentation, using automated tools like Nessus or OpenVAS, and employing SIEM and SOAR platforms for rapid response and continuous monitoring. Fundamental security principles help shape a resilient architecture. Least privilege, only grant necessary access. For defense in depth, layer your security, firewalls, antivirus, IDS, IPS. Fail-safe defaults. Systems should lock down, not open up when in doubt. Separation of duties and economy of mechanisms ensure simplicity and prevent misuse. Complete mediation. Every access request must be verified and no shortcuts. Then we'll move on to some common security failures, often come from within. Vulnerabilities. These can be mitigated with strong password policies, robust firewalls, and regular red team exercises. Then we have data breaches. We can fight these with early detection tools, education, and secure backups. Lastly, insider threats. Limit access to only what's necessary and maintain secure anonymous reporting channels. Lastly, we have monitoring and control. Finally, to sustain security, we must monitor and control our program. We can start by defining objectives and making IT best practices part of onboarding. Consider offering incentives to staffs who consistently follow security protocols. For monitoring, implement softwares and enforce policies, and use group policy to control behavior at the endpoint level. And for control, conduct regular compliance checks, ensure role-based access, and always align permissions with job duties. In conclusion, cybersecurity isn't a one-time implementation. It's a continuous, evolving effort. With the right mix of awareness, frameworks, and design principles, we can build systems that are not only secure, but also resilient to the threats of today and tomorrow. Thank you for attending this presentation.